I need y'all to get your water, get your popcorn, get your soda, whatever. Support the brother over here, man. It's crazy, bro. Let's check it out. Subscribe. So with no further ado, man, we got the most attractive body type according to science, man. What do y'all think the most attractive body type is? A lot of gym bros would think it's like a bulky, muscular type, the Hulk type. But I think girls like more of a beach body type of build. You know what I'm saying? I do.
I love protein.
I know you love protein. I love protein too.
But let's see if I'm proven right with this research right here.
One of the main reasons that people get into lifting is to attract a partner. But are all those hours in the gym actually worth it? Does having more muscle make you more attractive? It's a good question. One of the main reasons that people get
my guy kind of big, I ain't gonna lie. And having a girl right behind you pushing you is probably gonna make you do an extra 50, 80 reps. You know what I'm saying? If you got a fine girl next to you, you're gonna knock out an extra 50 reps. Just cause, bro.
Lifting is to attract a partner. But are all those hours in the gym actually worth it? I wanted to find out, so I asked 50,000 people.
Do you think more plates equals more dates?
Girls care more about your personality, not so much like how much weight you're lifting.
If you're really strong, I think that's very attractive.
Cap.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
And he just got disproven by this girl. She said if you're really strong, she thinks that's attractive. And he's like, girls are more attracted to your personality. Man, shut your ass up, man.
Okay,
hold up.
Shut up, bitch.
There we go.
definitely help your odds.
Get more dates by becoming more confident and getting really good.
Damn, Jeff is only 5'3". Lord, my guy got them short man gains and shit.
Any craft and just being you, man.
No. I feel like the more you live, the less days you go on.
I told them to select their body type on this chart and then choose the body that they found the most attractive.
Probably 57.
Are you serious?
I was so surprised by what people said that I had to ask some more questions.
Would you be more likely to go on a date with a guy if he can bench press at least 2 plates?
I don't care.
And would you be more likely to go on a date with a guy if he has more muscle?
Yes.
Do you think that people
She said she don't care and didn't say yes.
who are leaner are more happy in relationships?
Well,
I think it depends how lean.
I think your sex drive is better when you're not lean.
Okay.
At the end of the survey, what I found out was
I feel like if you're too lean, you're gonna be super miserable because you have to track fucking macros all day, every day. You're gonna feel tired because you're in a calorie deficit constantly. Your libido probably will be lower because you're in a calorie deficit. You ain't gonna have no energy to do shit. You're gonna be miserable. You know what I'm saying? If you're below, like, if you're in a single digit percentage of body fat, you're probably miserable.
He ain't lying.
that having more muscle could actually help you score more romantic partners, and having a bigger bench press might help with romantic success.
Yeah, she can't. Nah, she alright. I mean, she
But
hold up, my guy, did he have 3 plates on that bar? Am I seeing things correctly? But my guy, oh, he had 4 plates on that bar. What the my guy is strong as shit.
Sensational.
He actually lifting that, or is that for visual purposes?
success. But there are a few things that really hurt your attractiveness, and there's one thing in particular that tanks your chances of being in a long-term relationship. In this video, I'm going to tell you what level of muscularity women find the most attractive, whether or not people with a six-pack actually score more romantic partners, and explain the single most important factor for securing a happy, long-term relationship. So let's start with everyone's favorite exercise, the bench press. Do more plates really equal more dates?
She look way better right here, bro. You see the lighting in this angle? She look like a 7.5 now. Look at them cheekbones. Look at the facial structure. It's like defined. She nice. You know what I'm saying? It can always be the lighting and the angle, bro. She nice.
She is very gorgeous to me.
Alright, this is how bench press strength looks for the men that I surveyed. Most guys could bench press around 2 plates per side as a 1 rep max, which
Yeah, I need to attempt 225. I've yet to attempt 225. I've done 185 with I've done a 45 plate and a 35 plate. I should be able to. I did like 3 to 4 reps of that. I should be able to do 125 for a rep or 2.
I consider intermediate level strength. Only 5% could bench press 3 plates, and only a tiny sliver of you animals have ever put up 4 plates. My all-time best bench press is 380 pounds, by the way, so just under 4 plates. All right,
damn, my guy is strong.
Bigger benchers.
He's strong as shit.
More partners. Again, here on the x-axis is how much you can bench, so 1 plate per side, all the way up to 4 plates per side. And on the y-axis is how many lifetime intimate partners you've had. As you can see, more plates does, in fact, equal more dates. Men who benched more than 4 plates had, by far, the most partners, with a lifetime average of 16. I found this shocking, honestly. I don't know why, I just really...
Wait, so you're telling me that if I want bitches, if I want the huzz, I gotta be able to bench 405 if I want more huzz? Damn. No wonder why I get no girls.
Emotional damage.
Cause I'm still benching 185. Shit, I bench 135 regularly. I get no hoes, man. I got hit that 405 mark to start getting some hoes. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I'm kidding, y'all. I get hoes here and there.
If anything, I figured the really big bench pressers would be so focused on the gym that they wouldn't have as much time or energy for getting around. I was wrong. But now that I see it this way, I think it can be explained by the fact that stronger men are perceived as more attractive by heterosexual women. Other research has shown this. And the reason it really shoots up for the 4-plate benchers is probably because they're more likely to be on steroids, and steroids increase libido by a lot. Of course, not without other side effects. I was also thinking that maybe the big...
Shit, I ain't gotta worry about no libido, man. I ain't taking no steroids, but I got the libido of a bunny. You know what I'm saying? All day, every day. Shit. My girl can never walk right, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, boy.
Their benchers have just been training longer and are therefore older and more likely to have had at least a few relationships. Maybe, but my audience falls very strongly within the 18 to 34 age bracket, with most of my followers being 25 to 34. So while age probably plays some role in this relationship, I don't think it's fully explained the trend. It really does seem like the bigger benchers are getting more intimate partners. But if your bench press is your weakest lift, don't worry, because when you look at every single survey respondent, you can see that clearly there are people with a low bench press who've had loads of partners, and clearly there are people with a big bench press without as many. Oh, and the same trend held for the squat and deadlift. More strength meant more partners. The specific lift doesn't seem to matter much, it's the fact that you're strong that seems to count. But what about women? Do you think strong?
I mean, I think if you're strong, yeah, it does matter, but you also have to have the aesthetic. You can't be just fat. You can't be like a big power lifter and be strong and girls be attracted. I feel like you do have to look like you're strong as well. You can't just be looking fat and big. You gotta look like you're fucking Captain America, you know what I'm saying?
Stronger women had more partners too, or did being stronger actually lower the partner count for women? Nope, women showed the same trend as men. More strength meant more partners. So yes, your strength does predict your partner count, but it's not the most important thing. And it's definitely not the worst thing. We'll get to that. All right, so what body type does the best? This part was actually the most surprising to me.
I want you to point to the body that you...
I ain't gonna even lie, low-key got dad bod right now. Low-key got dad bod right now. I ain't blah, 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 blah.
think is most attractive. So as you go down here, there's more muscle, and as you go across here, there's more body fat.
I prefer a little bit of a, like not too much muscle.
Okay.
I think somewhere in this area over here. This. 43.
Okay, we're gonna
Damn!
somewhere. One of these?
So I want you to pick one. I want you to pick, she just points to him.
Let's start with body fat. Does having a six-pack actually help? Or do guys with more of a dad bod get more attention? For this question, I asked men to select their level of body fat from a lineup of physiques ranging from six-pack shredded to overweight. And then I asked them how many lifetime partners they've had. Obviously, they could skip this question if they'd rather say it. And then I made this graph, which compared their lifetime partners to their body fat, with 1 being the most shredded and 8 being the most overweight. I honestly expected it to look something like this, where the most shredded guys would do a bit worse because, I don't know, maybe they're a little too gym obsessed or narcissistic. But I figured there'd be a leanness sweet spot somewhere around level 3, which is about 10 to 15% body fat. I was totally wrong. This is what it actually looked like. Your amount of body fat had 0 impact on your total number of partners. It was a flat line all the way from 6
Damn, that's
to
interesting.
most overweight.
That's
Thinner
interesting.
Guys weren't doing any better than heavier guys, but just
Damn, so everybody not getting bitches. Okay, makes sense.
because you have the same number of lifetime partners doesn't necessarily mean that you're more happy with your romantic life. And I think it's romantic satisfaction that matters more. So to fix this, I asked people to rate their romantic satisfaction on a scale of 1 to 7, with 1 being the worst and 7 being the best. And then I made this graph. This time, your level of body fat did predict your romantic satisfaction. I separated out all the people who ranked their romantic satisfaction a 1, so the worst possible rating, and I wanted to see if the people most frustrated with their romantic life were leaner or not. As you can see, the people with the most body fat also had the most people who rated their romantic satisfaction a 1. And the same was true for women. The most romantic dissatisfaction was found in the men and the women with the most body fat.
Probably because when you have more body fat, you're seen as less attractive, and people will more likely settle for you, and you won't get the best treatment from your partner. Yeah, like if you're a fat guy, like a girl won't treat you the best. If you're a fat as a girl, you won't get the best treatment from men. They'll sleep with you, but they will hide it. They won't tell anybody about it, man. You're going to be like the sneaky link. The link that they will never talk about. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I get it. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Next, I'm going to reveal if being more jacked can help you land a happy, long-term relationship. But I want to quickly shout out Macro Factor first, just in case some of you do want some help with your diet. I'm a part owner of the app, and over the last year, I used it to help me transform my own physique and improve my health. It's just like having your own personal nutrition coach.
I actually did try this app out. It's a pretty good app. I'm not going to lie. It's a pretty good app. It's mostly actually attractive.
Does being more jacked mean you'll have a better love life?
You see, like, she got a good physique, but I wouldn't necessarily be with a girl with this physique. It's just a little bit too much. She damn near look like me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could, like, when I'm hitting it from the front and I see the traps poking out on me, I'll probably get a opposite of a boner, bro. My boner will go back inside my body.
What?
Like, I don't know. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it, bro. Yeah, I can't.
Well, let's see. First, this is a graph of your muscularity and your number of intimate partners. The most jacked guys had the highest number of partners with an average of 11. Why is that? Well, again, other research does show that muscularity is positively associated with, quote, mating/reproductive success. And I suspect the fact that it shot up again for the super jacked guys has something to do with steroids. Because to get to a level 8 on my scale, most people would probably need anabolics. But what about women? Did the more jacked women also have more intimate partners, or did it flip the other way? Well, let's see.
Wait, hold up, man. You see her right here? Yeah, there she is. All right. Now, this physique right here, I could get behind this. Literally and figuratively. You know what I'm saying? It's nice. It's nice. For sure. 100% hit it from the back. 100%.
Jacked women also have more intimate partners, or did it flip the other way? Well, let's see. There you go. Same trend here. The more muscle that women had, the more partners they had. But let's be honest. Who really cares about your total number of intimate partners? What people really want is a loving and healthy relationship. So the real question is...
Gun to the back of your head right now. How many bodies you got? How many bodies y'all got?
More muscled increase your chances of being in a relationship. Let's bring the data in. As you can see, the people with less muscle were also less likely to be in a relationship, and the people with more muscle were more likely to be in a relationship. And I think it's pretty incredible that simply...
So you're telling me that if I want to have increased my chances of getting in a relationship, I just need more muscle. Makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense.
Some muscle could increase your chances of being in a relationship by about 20%. I mean, even getting to a level 5 or a level 6 seems to help, and that level of muscular development is well within the natural range. Of course, all of these graphs are just correlations. They can't tell us what causes what. Could be that people who are more muscled are more confident and therefore more likely to actually approach women. It might not be the muscle per se.
Good take, good
take. To figure
take.
out exactly which body type women like the most, I figured I'd just ask them straight up. Which body do you find most attractive?
Just point to what level of muscularity you think is most attractive. This one. Okay.
But yeah, but once you hit a certain amount of bodies, you're like, this shit, it's whatever, bro. Like, you start to value like actual connections better. You know what I'm saying? Like a long-term deep connection, for sure. So you don't need to go out and try to rack up bodies, man. Unless you really desire to. I say it's more fulfilling to have a stable girl and have a long-term connection. You know what I'm saying?
As you can see, 1 is the least muscular, and 5.
Let's see here.
5 is the most muscular, with 4 being around the upper limit of what's achievable naturally. These results were pretty wild. The most attractive physique was level 3, or 41% of women said they found level 3 the most
Okay,
attractive.
so in between. All right.
10% of women found level 5 most attractive. In fact, more women preferred the second level of muscularity than the 5th level of muscularity, and that's coming from my audience. Women presumably already more into the gym and possibly biased toward a more muscular look. I think men should be encouraged by this, because level 2 is easily attainable with a relatively healthy diet and just 1 or 2.
So women like more of a natural looking physique, a natural looking fit physique. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Just like how men like more natural looking women. I'm saying the BBL is cool to look at, but we do prefer our women to be more natural. And it would make sense that the women prefer their men to be natural as well. And all juiced up on steroids and shit.
Full body workouts per week. While to get to level 5, you not only need to spend a lot more time in the gym, you'd also probably need to supplement anabolics and deal with their less than desirable side effects. But here's the incredible part. Next, I asked men which level of muscularity they wanted for themselves. What was their goal level of muscle? I want you to notice how different it is from what women said they found the most attractive. Most men said they wanted a level 4 muscularity. A level 5 wasn't far behind at 33%. 1/3 of men said they wanted the highest level of muscularity. I think this is worth highlighting. Only 10% of women said they found level 5 most attractive, while 33% of men are chasing this physique. That's a big gap.
Almost nobody selected down.
So what's the point of me getting there then?
That's what
Honestly, I had 2 sandwiches today. I started here and now I'm here. I would love to be. Honestly, 28's pretty great.
Yeah?
28.
Okay. Do you want to know what she thought was the most attractive?
She definitely picked 8.
Now, I'm obviously not saying that men should only train to impress women, but since many men do train, at least partly with the goal of attracting women, and on average, women don't prefer level 5 as much, and since getting to level 5 would potentially impose health risks, for some, it might be worth reconsidering your goal. But out of all of this, I still haven't told you.
I feel like at that point, when you want to get that jacked, looking like the Hulk, you're just doing it to impress the bros at that point, man. You ain't trying to impress women no more. It's for the bros. For sure for the bros.
Helps the most, and I still haven't told you what hurts the most. Out of everything I analyzed in my survey, the strongest correlation with dating parameters was, oddly enough, bench press strength.
Do you think you'd be even more likely still to
Damn, she fine.
could bench press 3 plates?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Men who could bench more seem to go on more dates, be more likely to be in a relationship, and just do better romantically overall. But then I started thinking, maybe there's something even more important that I missed. After all, I didn't ask any questions about height or facial masculinity. So I did some digging and discovered that there's basically an entire field of science dedicated to answering this exact question. The biggest study I could find was this meta-analysis, which looked at more than 170,000 subjects. It took 6 stereotypically masculine traits and figured out which one was most closely linked to mating and reproductive success. The 6 traits were height, voice pitch, facial masculinity, testosterone levels, index finger to ring finger ratio, and strength and muscularity. Out of these 6 physical traits, which do you think was most strongly linked to mating success?
What do y'all think, guys? I'm going with height. I'm definitely going with height, bro. Girls put a lot of emphasis on height.
Maybe it was height or
Voice pitch.
it was actually strength and muscularity.
Really?
If you dig into the data, all 6 of these traits combined only accounted for about 5% of the variance in mating outcomes. In other words, these 6 things that everyone fixates on don't account for 95% of what goes into romantic success.
You know, I'm actually glad it wasn't height. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't height. So all your problems in the dating scene could be solved by going to the gym. Huh.
So the non-physical stuff is more important to you?
Yeah, 100%. You can't have a great body if he's like stupid or just like.
Bro, why is she so big, bro? Why is she so big? Look at her biceps, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy work. It's good work. But damn, she big as shit. I'm conflicted, like, cause she got a good shape down here, but it's like big shoulders, and yeah, I'm very conflicted looking at her.
Have values, it's like you're out.
Of course, physical attributes do matter, and I think some of the best things you can do in this regard are making sure that you're well groomed, you smell good, you practice good hygiene, take care of your teeth, you find a hairstyle that works for your face, and you dress with a style that fits your body shape.
Don't forget to take care of your skin. Get you some Teach Hanley. Man, I'm plugging Teach Hanley on a live stream. That shit is crazy.
But even more important, believe it or not, is being a good person. Being kind to others is consistently rated as one of the most attractive qualities for people of all genders and sexual orientations. The real reason that women seem to dislike nice guys is that when women picture a nice guy, they're thinking of someone who's needy, clingy, and desperate. But it's the neediness and the clinginess that's unattractive, not the niceness. If you're someone who has their shit together, meaning you take care of yourself, you set goals, and you have other cool stuff going on in your life, and you're kind to others, you're going to come off as much more attractive than someone who's just a jerk or an asshole. In my searching, I uncovered this classic study where researchers compared jerks to so-called nice guys. Only 7% of women picked the jerk, and the kinder the man was portrayed, the more desirable he was. And even when the researchers made the jerk more handsome, he still lost 85% of the time.
Where was this study being held? Because it's one thing for them to select that they would pick the nice guy, but who do they actually pick? Who are they actually dating in real life? Who do they actually date? Because you could say you want a nice guy on paper, but in reality, who are they dating? You know what I'm saying? So I just want to know how exactly the study was being done.
And to really put the nail in the coffin for this myth, this study surveyed heterosexual, bisexual, and homosexual men and women. In all cases, intelligence and kindness were ranked as being more important than physical attractiveness, except for heterosexual men who ranked physical attractiveness in between kindness and intelligence. Still, for women of all sexual orientations, kindness and intelligence mattered the most. And being mean or a bully to other people seems to be one of the least attractive things you can do.
I might get hate for this, but I think that when you see a guy that's like so lean, so muscular, like I've had like instances where like they're just so like, I'm sorry, like full of ego, you know, and that's like.
No, she definitely drinks chai lattes for sure.
For me, that's for sure a turn off. Like, I'd rather like have like a nice guy, you know, talk to me like, yeah, but then I'm rather like, yo, I'm like, yo, I'm just a strong guy, yeah.
Obviously, I'm not saying that the physical stuff doesn't matter. It does. But the physical stuff that matters the most is probably more within your control than you realize. Like, just working out seems to help, and there's plenty of stuff outside of your looks that might matter even more.
It's what's on the inside that will make me stick around. Physical is like what you're going to be initially attracted to, but that's not going to last forever. So definitely personality is what I'm going to look at the most.
I like this one.
As far as I can tell, being a kind person and not taking yourself too seriously is probably your quickest way to becoming a more attractive person, especially if you're looking for long-term romantic success. Becoming the best version of yourself also entails taking care of your health and your fitness. So if you are interested in losing fat, building muscle,
Facts.
I strongly recommend checking out my gold standard nutrition app, Macro Factor.
So pretty much from this video, we got that working out will improve your success in dating. We already knew this, but it's good to see that's backed up by science. You know what I'm saying?
You talking my language, I can't help but like it, and just like a light.